We
No,
are
I finished it.
live.
I finished my 3 packets of my sunflower.
All right.
Hello, world.
Hello world. Yeah,
Are you
usually I
live?
find out like streamers before they go on, they will put
Mm-hmm.
like a countdown, like stream starting in 5 minutes, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just hit live, cause
Oh,
I'm so popular. People just come on.
that's
I think
true. We
YouTube
need to
has
give people
I
a
think
warning.
YouTube has like a schedule thing.
Yeah. You can
I
do
don't
that
know
on
what to do.
Facebook Live too.
Oh, they have it too,
Yeah.
and I guess they'll be surprised.
Yeah.
Hey, what the
But
hell? Did
I
Microsoft install Skype for me?
yeah, it comes with Windows 10.
I don't remember.
It's like a must.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
No, like it wasn't in my task system tray, and then now it is.
Oh.
I think it's like a
How
recent
creepy.
update. There
Uh.
was a recent update. Like the day I shut down my computer, it's like update and shut down. And
Yeah,
my
this
PC,
afternoon I had an update as well. I'm not sure if it's related.
and then like they try to force the new browser.
Oh yeah, I got that. Are you sure you want to? No wait, is it?
Like they
I
kind
don't
of
know what the
reset
message
my
was. Yeah.
they kind of reset my default, so I had to select Chrome as my default again.
Yep. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking at a new stream?
I never knew you had this Facebook.
Cut that shit out, Microsoft.
I know what?
Um,
Oh, you have to mute the stream so you don't have echo.
mine's muted. I think it's saying it.
Oh, one of you.
No, it's muted.
Do you like the layout?
I like it, but did you always have this domain name or like the username GNG Live stream?
Oh no. So that one I registered recently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like I didn't want to like clog my. I don't know. I wanted a page for streaming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But we only have 5 followers. Will people actually see this?
Yeah, so I
thing
shared
going
that
live?
on my main Facebook page as well.
Oh,
Should
okay.
I
How many
share it
Facebook
too?
friends do you have?
Yeah, sure, you can share it.
But I mean, I haven't posted anything new on Facebook for a really long time.
Yeah, that
Let me
means
break
Yeah,
it.
so
like
Facebook is gonna like just announce it and be like,
Exactly.
"Singip hasn't posted anything for a very long
like
time."
whoa, Singip's podcast. I have
Yeah.
482 friends.
Oh wow, okay.
That's
Okay,
okay.
here's the thing, guys. I haven't I deleted my Facebook since like 2002 or something.
Mhm.
Oh, it could not be 2002. That's way too early. But like just like many years ago.
Yeah.
But actually, since yesterday, I had to make an account on Facebook for work because I needed
Hang
to get into some accounts. But then now I'm like, oh, I guess I need to really make a personal one so I can actually see what Facebook is like nowadays. So I might also have to be showing up on people's feeds, and people are gonna be like, "Who's this person?" So
How do I find my own posts on Facebook?
Don't you just you can check activity and then see
mhm.
it'll show you your activity feed.
Right. So the last
Yeah.
time I posted was 2018.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah, everything else is just people tagging me and then showing up my timeline.
Wow.
The last post I did was Limp Bizkit.
Was this on purpose?
I don't know. I mean, like, it's like kind of leaving when you leave online comments, right? Like, sometimes you type halfway and then you're like, you know what, never mind.
Mhm.
So the same, like, I didn't really feel like I had anything to share. I was just like, you know what, never mind. And then I thought I just never bothered.
Yeah.
And then now I'm like, oh, you know what, I haven't done it in a while, so maybe I should keep the streak going.
Yeah.
The less Facebook knows about me, the more.
I do
But we
that
also
all the time.
use
Yeah.
Instagram.
I haven't posted on Instagram in a while.
That's true.
All Instagram knows I like looking at the feed photos.
Well, that's what Facebook knows about you, I think.
Yeah, I mean that's it, right? And then as a result, like um, George gets lots of thirsty photos too because I send him a lot of photos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One day he was like,
Oh,
"Hey, I
man.
keep getting all these recommendations on my explore feed."
Yeah.
That's
My
so
explore feed,
funny.
like every time I open a picture, and then I go to that person's profile, it'll say liked by Tyler. It's like very rare for me to find one that's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm like a connoisseur.
Curated.
Well, I feel like mine is so like clean and fresh. It's all full of like satisfying cake cutting and all the kind of like thirsty in a different way kind of Instagram photos. Except every once in a while, I'll get a dirty comic because of George. like, I'm like, what is this in my feed stories today? Oh, I guess this is so NSFW.
Oh, those
Imaging all
comics.
my innocent stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I tried to like game the algorithm.
Oh, I
Alright.
found a really
Follow a lot of
cool
artists.
profile. I'll share it with you guys. Like,
So I
continue
follow a lot
talking.
of
Oh, okay.
artists and like tattoos and food stuff also.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't like all the thirsty photos, right? So I just like all the tattoo and like cooking stuff, in hopes
Mhm.
that like the algorithm will change a bit. But I don't think it's working.
Probably you don't like
Changed
enough.
so that yeah.
No, I mean like if you like, then Instagram I think like he likes looking at tattoos and drawings and food, not like
Mhm.
not like thirsty photos.
But I guess what's the point of proving to a nameless machine that you have the interests that you don't have or like diverse interests? Do you think it's
No,
because
I
like
do
now
have interest in like those stuff, right? Just like
yeah.
it's overshadowed by my interest in other stuff.
Oh, okay, I see. You're showing me to be way more thirsty than you actually are. Yeah, this Instagram profile is really cute. I haven't clicked through to the
Yeah,
videos
so
yet.
if you
It's
open them,
actually cute, or is it?
it's super cute. Like, I'll play one video on stream.
Wait.
Let me mute it. Yeah, but basically, they show you how they make all these super nice looking drinks. Yeah, I mean, I don't get anything from it, but it's just nice to see. Like they're
Okay.
real creative with how they like design. Is that you design these drinks?
Is
I
this
don't know.
person drowning a cake in taro milk? What's happening?
They're like funky ice cubes or something. I don't know. I have no idea what they are.
Is it soap or is it a drink? Because a lot of these Instagram things are actually soap.
It could be for all you know. Yeah, I think this one was the one that showed up on my feed and made me interested to click more.
No, it looks like
Yeah.
ice cream, right? Oh, that looks quite nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it tastes, and I don't know what that liquid
So-
is.
I feel a lot of
Don't
times
you
all
guys
these-
think that this is the food equivalent of unrealistic body image expectations for women? Or something? That's how I feel about all these like super satisfying or like this kind of stuff where I'm like, this person spent the entire day setting up the shot. And then I'm thinking, oh, wouldn't it be nice if I do this? Or like, oh, I didn't do this with my life. But realistically, this is actually a full day effort, right? And this person's only job is to make these kind of posts.
Yeah, I
I mean,
guess.
this reminds me of like last time. I think I read an article about how they really film MasterChef,
Mm-hmm.
and then like they always do like a timer, like it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and everyone seems to be done at exactly the same time. So apparently, like a lot of times, like people go over the limit. They just like do the countdown just for TV's sake.
Oh, fascinating.
Yeah.
I was watching something similar for Chop. What a coincidence. Yesterday I was watching also like a behind the scenes thing and they were explaining like when the scene when they're opening the box or the basket, they have to retake that several times. So the surprise is also fake about what's inside. Yeah. And like some of the like judges are like, I'm actually a really nice person. They cut it so they only show my mean face or else
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
yeah.
Like,
And they film it all in one day.
Graham Norton, right? The talk show host.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a clip on Facebook where he interviews Chris Pratt, And then
Mhm.
Chris Pratt said like for one of the episodes for Parks and Rec, apparently he shows up naked, right? And then he surprises.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, so like he one day he decided to actually really get naked to like get a better reaction out of his co-star, and then they kept that tape.
Yeah,
And he said
he
he got a
he got
letter.
the letter.
Yeah, and apparently he wasn't supposed to talk about the letter.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, now he's big enough star and he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
and they probably like still hired him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't
I
know.
don't know. I feel like
Maybe
now,
like
in the
a
light
Me
of
Too story
hashtag
will
Me
come
Too,
out.
it's not that funny anymore.
Be like, oh
yeah.
Yeah.
a co-worker flashed
Yeah.
me. I was like
Exactly. Well, I
unexpecting
don't think
it.
Amy Poehler would complain, but definitely Chris Pratt, like, although he has a very, good image,
Mhm.
like, he's also, like, I watch Ellen Page stuff. Remember my celebrity doppelganger, Ellen Page?
Yeah.
And she really hates Chris Pratt because he goes to a very, very conservative church that's discriminatory.
Mhm.
Of course, like, it doesn't mean that he is, he just goes to that church.
Yeah.
But like, I think she finds him disingenuous because he has the image of, like, good old American goofball, but actually his real life may not match that image.
Uh-huh.
So,
I mean,
Celebrity Feud.
that can be said for like people, like actors who are Scientologists, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
All the weird teachings, but then like when they do interviews or like on camera, like it just seems so
Normal.
like just like a regular person.
Mm-hmm.
And then over dinner, we just had a conversation about Ellen DeGeneres. Supposedly,
really?
she's
Oh,
like
gosh.
really mean to her crew.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
like
just
the-
avowing.
like
We're
the-
just avowing Ellen DeGeneres these things.
Like they say, like she's really like diva.
Yeah.
Like she won't even look at
Um,
you or talk to you until like the cameras are
Mhm.
rolling. Then it's like suddenly she has this like super cheerful personality.
Right.
But I don't know.
I mean, it's
just
tough
what
to be a
people say,
celebrity,
right?
though.
I guess it's also hard to like be cheerful 24/7, right?
Yeah.
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 No, but I mean, you can just be chill, but you. I mean, like all the stories make her seem like she's so bad. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's really tough because, if there's some conspiracy to make her look bad, I would also believe that. So it's very hard for me to know what's true, what's not anymore.
Yeah.
But would you rather like
Yeah.
believe like a bad story?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Like you say, it's like a rumor on like some tabloid, like, oh she's like really bad. But
Mhm.
obviously you don't know her, right? So are you like more inclined to
Right.
like, oh yeah, right, I can totally see that happening. Or you like just give her the
Exactly.
benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I think that the issue is that, like, if someone's good, they almost have to be like Tom Hanks level good, or like, just like a very extreme level good for it to be on the radar. Whereas if someone's just like slightly in a bad mood one day, then that's it. Like they're screwed forever.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
like Tom Hanks
Oh.
gets screened. Like recently,
Really?
he, first like he and his wife had they contracted the COVID-19 while in Australia.
Right.
Mhm.
And then like he came back, and then now he's fine. And then
Yeah.
he was saying something about people should wear masks or something, right? And then
Yeah.
And then like you read the comments, and then like people are bashing him, like, oh
Mhm.
why should I care about my celebrity opinions? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, I
Well,
guess you can't please everyone. You just do what you want to do.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, mask wearing is become a politicized issue in the U.S. So it's very interesting to see people's response. But I was watching. Bobby Lee has a podcast called Tiger Belly.
Okay.
Do you guys know who Bobby Lee is?
Yeah.
He's a comedian who's I think is super funny. Very controversial.
I saw
but
him on
I think this.
Hot Wings, the episode of Hot Wings.
Oh, I didn't know he was controversial. Okay.
Well, I mean, his humor is very degenerate. I think that's
Uh-huh.
But I like him a lot because I think he's speaks the truth, and to his ability and his perspective, he like, you know, he loves himself. I think that's like a very interesting thing for me to learn. I'm like, oh, like despite all his faults, he loves himself as he is. What a
Mm-hmm.
positive message. But he mentioned that like Tom Hanks is the person who made him realize how bad COVID is. Like he
Oh,
didn't take it
really?
seriously until Tom Hanks. Yeah. So right, which is kind of disturbing, but then at the same time, like I remember that moment too when Tom Hanks had it. Everyone was like, "Oh, this is not a joke."
Uh-huh.
So I think celebrity movement is actually really important for like science education, and like that's just the world we are these days.
That's true.
Like yesterday, my auntie was like saying that why like Americans like don't get out a lot from America, so like they're very insulated, so to speak. So like what's happening around the world is like they just can't fathom like how bad, like for example, COVID is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Do you think it's true?
Oh, for sure. I think even like
I mean, like maybe it's not
within like
really their fault, right? Like because America is so big,
no, and then
like you
right.
could spend like your whole life traveling around America and maybe still
Hmm.
not explore everything. So
Hmm.
maybe you kind of need to
Exactly.
blame them for not wanting to go overseas when they can just travel across the
Hmm.
country.
Hmm. Yeah. I think the numbers don't become real. Like even within my own county, right? Like there's tons of people in hospitals, but unless you're at the hospital, you don't realize how bad it is.
Mm.
Yeah, I always thought that they should be like maybe a live stream of hospital or something, because some people just don't believe it is happening. So that we can
No, but
see
people can say like
ourselves
it's like stage, right? They always
stage,
argue
right?
about it.
Yeah,
People say it's
yeah,
fake,
yeah.
you
Like you
know.
can never get those people who think it's stage because they think like the moon landing is stage and it's just like a whole turtles all the way down situation. But if you're on the fence and you can see that there's like a true or like someone like I think that's the moment when people realize it's serious when someone they know gets really sick, but the disease is actually very unevenly dispersed. So a lot of people don't ever see anyone sick with COVID, whereas some unfortunate people get, like a lot of their relatives and friends get COVID. So I think it's like a very, it's just not real to a lot of people. Oh, by the
But
way,
even if you get
I
sick
did the
from
test.
COVID, what test? Oh
Hmm.
right, how was it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So it went into my throat and then my nose. I thought about using it the entire time.
Did they
So my last
did they give you the
episode,
option?
no, it was for the this particular test, it was a drive-through, which is a very American phenomenon, right? The idea that you stay in your car to get fast food, and now you stay in your car to get the test. Um,
But in
so
Malaysia
nobody rolls their window down.
we have home visits in Malaysia though.
Yeah, which is I guess even better. I mean, and then like not everyone drives in Malaysia. So anyway, I drove in my car, and then they like have signs that you can see if you're driving through, like do not roll down your window until we ask you to do so. Show your ID by putting it against the window. So it was super strict. So like you have to like take your time, drive through, and then you have to show your ID and your medical card through a window so that they can verify that you got an appointment. Because oh, and it also made drive they're really hidden. It was in the garage
Mm-hmm.
because they don't. I don't think they think. I think they don't want random people to just try to get in line because their testing capacity is not that high. You can only get it through a doctor's appointment actually.
Yeah.
So I had that. And then and then they had like a person who I don't know what their qualifications is, but someone who works at a hospital like in full gear. So they're wearing the scrub, the mask, the face shield and everything.
Yeah.
And then yeah, and then she was just like, okay, verify it's me, and she just like reached in and she was like, okay, open your mouth, and then and then she was like, okay, this is gonna tickle, and she sticks it up your nose. Actually, she said it might make your eyes water. It's not even a tickle. And it did. Like when she stuck it in, they stick it in and they twist it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's a plastic bristle, right? So it totally did make my eyes water. But it's not that. It's like worse, not worse than water going up your nose or something. But it was over in like 30 seconds.
Okay.
And then they're like, okay, roll back up your window, bye.
But it doesn't.
Tell you
It doesn't
results in a
hurt,
few
right?
days. No, it doesn't hurt. It's more like yeah, you know when you're swimming and the water goes up
Yeah.
and you're like, ah, like that kind of feeling.
But then like
Yeah.
yeah, so
So
like I seen like photos like some news organizations choose to
mhm.
represent the testing, and then always people like with the stick up their nose, and they look like they're in
Mhm.
agony.
Yeah, no.
And I
think
think
that
it's
that's
more
very
like
false
it's more like
messaging.
they're more like maybe it's uncomfortable, right?
Mhm.
Because it goes pretty deep into your nose, right? Just not your nostrils, right? It
Yeah,
goes
but
like
it's like to hear. Like it's not like I thought from those people watching those video people as well. It's like going up to my brain or something, but it's not. It's like you're gonna feel it stop right here. It's fine.
yeah. So I mean, like those people who are like grimacing could be like oh, this feels a bit weird, but it's not like oh shit, it hurts, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's
So
a
I feel
very
like
unusual feeling.
yeah, so I feel it's a bit unfair for them to choose to kind of over this.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, shout out
The
to
shock
Winyu
value.
and Elvin for tuning in. Hi guys.
Oh, hey
Oh,
guys.
okay.
Yeah, they were chatting in the
Oh,
comments.
oh, okay. I mean, is Malaysia testing like people without symptoms yet?
There are no tests. Like it's not like China where they mandate everyone to get tested. So it's more like if you want to get tested, you can get tested.
Mhm.
And then I think some companies enforce testing. So that's how
Oh, okay.
that's how they discover all these what do you call it, new cases is someone like mandatory testing.
Mhm.
Winyu says he doesn't think it's painful, itchy, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure it's itchy.
Oh, his
Mhm.
mate. He said his mate tested, not him.
Oh.
How would you know that your mate was feeling the itch? Maybe she lied to you.
I don't think she would lie about something like this.
It's like
if it hurts a little.
this hurts. Give me money.
No, no. I
Did
think
he
we
test
should
his mate
assume the
himself?
best.
Did you
No.
test your mate yourself, or did your doctor do it?
Actually, is it like a kit that's mailed or like yeah, or do you bring her to the hospital?
Probably bring it to the hospital.
Yeah, so I was thinking about those like doctor visits. So they do send people to your house to test you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also did the antibody test, which is the one where they do the blood draw. So that one I had to go into the hospital. But then I didn't feel it was unsafe. Like everyone had to get their body temperature scanned, and also they watch you do the hand sanitizing and make sure you actually did it. And you're not allowed to go in if you have symptoms. And they'll give you a mask if you don't already have one. So yeah, I mean it was a quick blood draw. The funny thing is apparently I was supposed to do my cholesterol and it was backlogged, so I also did my cholesterol test and that also was good. But like
That's good.
yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, cholesterol level is actually not bad, despite how
Not
I
bad
eat.
after like staying in Malaysia for like 3 months.
Yeah, I think my mom cleaned my blood with the constant Chinese food of rice and vegetables and just a little bit of meat, so I had very healthy cholesterol level.
That's good. Yeah.
But yeah, like the test was also negative, so nothing interesting to report. So it was likely to be a false positive anyway, even if it was positive.
Hello, Hijas. Yeah, look, we got.
Just like that,
Oh
everybody-
wow, 32 million names from school.
Yeah, the only people who will watch my show.
Well, good for them. You know, I had this like twisted thought of how to evolve this show. So no one will like this idea. So I was thinking maybe we could invite everyone back from GIS to be on the show, and then we can like open up like past trauma topics. Like who was it that you guys like kept annoying in physics class by tickling the
Chowking.
the piece of paper? Yeah, we invite him to the show and be like, do you even remember this incident and how did you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good idea. I would do that.
Do you think people would go on?
No idea, but
Because I feel like there's all these like reunions, right? But they're like way too positive. Because I don't get to go to them, so maybe I'm a little left out. But
Mm-hmm.
like, instead of like a reunion where you just reminisce about the past, how about in a positive way? How about you get to the meat of things and be like, why did you do this?
We call it the confrontation.
But
Yeah, exactly.
have there been reunions though?
Well, the only ones is like
I mean, like, off
friends'
normal.
weddings, right? That's it.
Like I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of like people from here just keep hanging out with each other anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
like it's like every week it's like a mini reunion.
Yeah. Like there's. Yeah, it's like really no point. I don't know. I mean, maybe some other people who don't. But then again, if you don't keep in touch with like those people, then you probably didn't want to meet them anyway, right? At least that's how I
That's true.
feel. Yeah.
Well,
I don't
feel
know.
like there's like a lot of people who moved away from Malaysia that makes the reunion a little harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if you live in Singapore or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now with the technology, we can teleconference them in.
Yeah, that's true. Dredge up old memories.
Exactly. A whole hidden memory.
bring up all the girls we used to like.
Yeah. What are you up to? They probably have like babies. What's going on?
I think so.
Yeah,
That'll be funny.
yeah. But do you guys get the GIS alumni emails?
Yeah, I used to, but I think they've stopped. Or I'm not sure. I haven't got one in a while.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
from time to time I do get one. I'm not sure
They'll be like,
how frequent
come
it's
back
supposed to be, though.
to GIS and speak to the students and shit like that.
Oh, do you get that too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that. You're not
I
special.
remember what that was like a few years ago. And now it's like,
Oh, really?
I was like, I don't know. I don't think what I'm doing now is very interesting.
No, come on.
Yeah, I would like tell them, have fun.
There's a little,
School is
little
useless.
thingy out there.
Oh, that's true. There could be like a younger version of me out there.
Yeah.
It's like, look, you don't need to get good grades to live a fulfilling life.
It's true.
I think you get like dragged off with a hook by the alumni association person.
I don't know. Maybe you go viral like the Steve Jobs graduation speech or something.
No, but like, Steve Jobs is successful, right? So it's like, look at me now, you know?
No, you don't
Well,
have to
you are
be.
your own definition of success.
Yeah, you just have to say good
That's
shit.
the thing. Yeah.
It's like,
Exactly.
I'll just copy. I'll just put together like mashed up speeches from all these famous people.
yeah.
Think different.
It's like that marine video, you know. He's nobody, but then he just shared a motivating message, and then
I was
it went
thinking I'm
viral.
gonna be pull out Shia LaBeouf and just like copy someone else's speech entirely.
Just do it.
Yeah. Which to this day we don't know, is that performance art? Is that like just like a meta message on saying how repetitive celebrities really are? We don't know.
What happened to him anyway? Like
In
he
itself, like performance art.
he disappeared.
It's like
No,
so
he has a good
subjective,
movie
like,
recently called Honey Boy.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
Oh, it's a pretty indie. To be honest, I haven't seen it. I only saw the trailer, but it's an autobiographical movie about his life and his dad.
Huh.
And his dad is apparently a super weird person who, like, he was a child star who, didn't have a super good life and was under a lot of pressure. So it looks super interesting, and you're reminding me to actually watch it.
Okay.
So he plays his own dad. And like in one of those like Graham Norton type interviews, he said that he had to lie and then about the movie to his dad. And then when his dad asked, "Oh yeah, who's gonna play me?" He was like, "Oh yeah, it's Mel Gibson who's playing." And he didn't tell him that he himself is.
God, he looks so
dad.
different in that. In the trailer picture on IMDb.
Yeah.
Like, I guess he shaved his head or he has a wig on or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very
I mean, I
strange
wouldn't be
hairline.
surprised if he shaved his head.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's like 7.3. Not bad on IMDb.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, so these alumni emails, I feel like because the school has evolved so much since we left, I'm like, what is this posh school? Clearly not the same one that we went to.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
they got like
so
the
I feel like,
new what tennis court or basketball court, and then
yeah, and I'm like,
a new
almost like,
building.
right. And then when people ask me what type of high school I went to, I almost feel like ashamed to say what it is in case they Google it because it seems like a totally prep school now. And I'm like, I don't think that's exactly the environment we grew up in. But okay, I'm glad it's doing well. But definitely it's not the same school anymore.
We paved the way for the future kids.
I guess so. And the thing is, like, I'm sure before, like in the old GIS, that they look at us and be like, what is this posh prep school, right?
No,
And
I
then
was
you
there
see
like
really
the
small.
first year they moved to Hatamas.
Oh, yeah, I forget that you've been at school for so long.
Yeah, I
You're
mean,
one of the OGs.
OGs since kindergarten. I was
Yeah.
in GIS.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
gosh.
Was the
Whereas
kindergarten
me
like
and thinking
located
about random
at a
people
different
showed
place?
up.
Yeah, the kindergarten. It was in Kampong Pandan. It was near Street Garden.
Oh, so I mean, like, was it like only kindergarten, or was it like the whole school then?
Oh no, it was only kindergarten, and
Then where
then
was the
then
next
the
one?
primary and secondary was in Cheras near Alvin's house.
Oh,
Snow Beer, that place. Yeah,
Oh, we're giving away where Alvin lives.
that's fine. Everyone knows him. He's like Morning 1991.
Always like the Shiraz gangster.
Yeah. So then after Cheras, then it moved to Hatamas. Yeah.
Oh.
So.
I used to live in Cheras many, many years ago.
Oh really?
Yes, you would not know that.
No, we don't know
So
that.
it's been way before I joined GIS.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
So
But it's not like I went anywhere. I was a kid, so it doesn't matter.
like you grew up in Malaysia?
I lived in Malaysia and then Indonesia, so I was in Malaysia for a little bit as well.
Okay.
Like, it's a local school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, not local school. It's an international school that's not GIS.
I see.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You go to the same
But yeah.
international school in Indonesia as like, I think Kenneth was there, right?
Yes. We did share go to the same school. I forget about that. But
But
we
you
were
guys-
like friends. I wasn't cool
Oh.
enough for Kenneth. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
well, in Singap's
He was
place,
definitely
it could
one of
be
the coolest
Kenneth right now.
Why? Why do you say that?
Cause they when they both came to GIS, like they were new,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
the teacher asked like was appointing buddies for them. So
Mm-hmm.
Fabian raised his hand for Singip, and then someone else raised for Kenneth. I don't remember who.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like,
So you know if Singip might have been hanging out with those guys.
His hands shot
Oh.
up so fast. I mean, okay, I mean it's not a bad thing, right? I was like quite thankful like someone was like willing to be my buddy. Because like you like new
Aw.
school and then like you don't know anyone, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
well, I mean like it's nice to see someone so eager as opposed to like
Mm-hmm.
you know, okay, fine, I'll do it. You know? Like, oh, I want to do it, you know, like it feels good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember I had buddies too. Now that you're reminding me, yeah, and I
Was it
think
really?
I had well, I don't remember who exactly it was. It's either Wayne, Gina, Christina. Yeah, it's one of those three. Because I remember we would just all hang out in a group.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was really nice. I remember, like, of all the schools I joined, that I felt like I had one of the most friends in GIS. So,
Aww.
fond memories.
Yeah.
Aka erase all the bad memories.
But yeah, it's actually
No,
not
no,
a-
I
it's
felt
not-
like
it's not
I
a bad-
felt like
it's
only
not a
had
bad
bad
system, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, they had this buddy system at the school that Kenneth and I went to as well. However, I did not feel as welcome there when I was little, because like it was a pretty much all white people, almost like much more white people situation. So I definitely felt like there was much more of a culture clash because I didn't really speak good English at the time too, so that didn't help.
Huh.
So I was
I
super
can't
like,
imagine.
with the foreign kid who joined. Yeah, yeah. It was. It was when I only started learning English when I was like around like fourth grade. Then there was about sixth grade when I joined,
Okay.
or year six, as we used to call it. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So I remember, yeah, like I remember the kids were kind of like making fun of me and like, you know, my buddy was nice enough, but definitely like she did her own thing.
Uh
She was also really good at swimming. In fact, everyone was really good at swimming. I think Kenneth can testify to that. And then I was like almost drowning level. So I think it was very cool.
huh.
However, I feel like now as an adult, I'm actually like an above average swimmer in comparison, just because I was forced to swim 3 times a week, every single week
Oh wow.
when I was there. Yeah,
Oh,
because it was one of the.
You join like the swimming club or was it PE or?
No, like so. Remember, like every year we would have this like joint sports day with other schools in Southeast Asia.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
We had like
Oh
similar
shit! I
thing like
forgot
that.
what the acronym was.
What was it called? Yeah.
Fibia? I don't know.
No.
Uh.
Body.
Anyone in chat, if you remember what that sports day was called. But yeah, like the British International School, Jakarta is like top in swimming. That's their thing. So that's the one sport we would always do, like in addition to other sports. There was just a lot of PE. I remember every day there was some PE thing. It was very intense for that reason.
Oh man, I'm googling this. It's gonna bug me if I
Is
don't.
it on Google?
I don't know. I mean,
I didn't think it was a Google thing. I want to say it's an ASEAN Games, but I think that's it.
no. Oh my god, what is it?
ASEAN Games.
I can't even find it. Garden
It's
International
called Sports Day or something?
Inter-school competition. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
So.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
What sports were you guys forced to
Oh.
You found it?
Is it for
Fobisia.
do? Felicia! Oh, wow. Thank you for
Yes.
memory.
How do you find it, Singapore?
My Google food is pretty good.
Oh, nice.
I just Googled
Oh, you Googled it?
International School ASEAN Sports and then
I
was
didn't put
scrolling, I was
ASEAN.
like, no, this doesn't sound right. Then I was like, hey, Felicia.
Wow, I didn't realize they have web presence now. That's amazing. Well, so yeah, we talk about like hidden memories, subconscious memories, and it's scary now. This Fabricia memories are creeping back into our brains.
I mean, like I never took part in it, so like I don't really.
Oh, it stands for Federation of British International Schools in Asia.
Yeah.
Ah.
What did you guys? So thinking of it sounds like you weren't forced to do it. I don't know why I was forced to do it when I was clearly not good at sports, but I think it's one of those like, Crest didn't have enough people situations. But I did the high jump.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
For
I
Fobisia?
know they-
Meters.
Like, I don't think this was mandatory, right?
Yeah, it wasn't.
And then like for sports day, it was also largely voluntary. Like during like your house meetings, then they'll split you up into like your years, right? And then they'll ask who wants to do what, and then people will volunteer, and then I'll just be like, oh, you know what? Never mind, people are already doing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember I got voluntold because I don't remember raising my hand up for anything, but somehow I was doing it.
Well, for GIS, I think I only did like chess.
Yeah, I know we did chat, but was that part of like sports day or something?
I did at least 1 year. I
don't
know I
think
did
that's
it.
part of Fabricia.
No, not for Fobisia. I never.
Maybe like not
yeah.
very good at chess either, but I was like indoors.
If only they had
Oh.
like underlords back then.
Yeah. Oh man, I would have wanted to do chess. That
Yeah.
would actually be quite useful in my now Runeterra days.
Yeah. Oh hey, hi Farhan. He said he went to Jakarta for football.
Oh wow,
Ah,
that's actually pretty cool. That's
yeah.
damn cool.
He was cooler than us.
Exactly.
All I did was like
Cool.
inter-school basketball, but that was before I
Mhm.
discovered magic.
Oh, all right, and then it ruined you.
Yeah, and then I never played basketball again. I mean, I did, but yeah.
Oh. Well, I think nowadays, like if I were to design like school sports, I would totally do esports. Like, I mean, like, if you're
Yeah,
gonna
for
spend all
sure.
day, if you're gonna spend all day playing Dota, you might as well represent the school. I mean, be the best at it.
I probably would have like,
Refine your
yeah, I think I
skills.
would probably go into DT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, seeing how I'm interested in keyboards now, like,
Yeah,
Mhm.
these two would have been my.
yeah,
It
we would have
wasn't
learned
taught in
about.
a way that was fun though, from what I saw of people who took it. It was a lot of like memorization and like draw the texture of acrylic accurately. Like, was that what you would have enjoyed as a kid? I feel like I enjoy, like if you told me to draw acrylic now, I'd be like, oh neat, let me draw. But then now, at the time I would have been like, what is this? Like, how is this useful to my life?
No, but that's probably because like we didn't really see the use in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
So
last
I mean,
time
now
when I was
if we
younger,
know
I
what
would
we
like
know now,
I would
yeah.
like study coding on my own because like I was interested.
Mhm.
But I wouldn't like bother like studying math or science, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I suppose in a way
Yeah.
you could say like they didn't make it interesting enough for us to want to explore it further.
Right. I think the question is like, could they have possibly catered to every single student's like personal interest and figure it
Well,
out?
obviously
Probably
not.
That's
not,
why
realistically.
you made it like an elective of sorts, right? In year 10,
Yeah.
where you could choose,
Mhm.
right? So it's like if you really wanted
Is it a
to,
true choice if you don't even understand what it is that you chose? Because I totally did not know what it meant. It
Yeah.
was like, here are the choices. You don't even know what they entail, so it's not a true choice, I feel.
I mean, it seemed like
Um,
I think it was year 11. We had to like do this computer program to choose our future career, right?
all right.
really?
Yeah, yeah. We sat
Oh, I didn't do
through.
Well,
that.
I don't think it was like choosing, just like your
It's like you
attitude.
select like your favorite subjects or what you think you're good at or whatever, and then it'll generate a
Mhm.
list of possible careers for you.
Mhm.
So one of them that I got was like doctor, which like kind of fucked me up because I thought, oh yeah, I have the potential to be a doctor, which is why I went to do A levels, and that's
Ah.
pretty much a waste of time. I don't know. I mean, it made me who I am today, but I could have done
Yeah,
like
yeah.
skipping that like those 2 years.
I
Yeah.
also had a similar experience though. Like at Taylor's College, one of my classes, they also had like a really crappy like aptitude test, career aptitude test. And I remember I was really upset at the results because I
Uh-huh.
think it said that you should be an accountant or something like that. Not that I was an accountant, but it just doesn't fit what I want to do. But I think maybe it motivated me to try harder because I'm gonna prove this test wrong.
Yeah, exactly,
So,
right? That's what I was
BS.
gonna say. Like, it's like if it doesn't go your way, then
Yeah.
like you could frame it like, no, I'm gonna prove it wrong. Or
Yeah,
if it's like it ends up being what you want, then you're like, oh, it's fate.
yeah. But I don't know. I feel like these career tests are not well designed because you're a kid, you take it too seriously, then you're gonna be messed up. Like, and you don't
Yeah.
know any better.
Exactly, like me.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
exactly.
if I ever took
George,
it
the
seriously.
non-doctor.
Yeah.
I feel like I take like these tests more seriously now than I did as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Especially all
I mean,
those,
yeah.
all
Well-
those BuzzFeed,
Personality test.
BuzzFeed quizzes.
Which Harry Potter
Or
character
like,
are you?
which Subway sandwich are you?
Oh, which Subway sandwich are you?
I kind of forgot, but I mean, it's like all those, like, oh yes, it's like that's why I always order, like, oh,
Oh, that's so funny. You have always been the Italian. The
I-
cold cut one.
I just
Whatever
order
it's
the sub of the day because it's the cheapest. Like, it's just bread, and I don't feel like paying so much for bread.
I mean, Andre used to say like he hates paying for bread too, right?
Yeah.
And then like
Mhm.
now I kind of at the time I was like, why it tastes so good, right? But then now it's like my cooking skills have improved and like more
Oh, yeah.
self-sufficient, And then like there are a lot of dishes now that when I think about it, I'm like, man, it's actually not that hard to make. And maybe it won't taste exactly the same, but it's good enough to like satisfy my cravings. So it's like, oh, why should I pay for this, right? That's why whenever I go like for Italian, I never order like a bolognese because I like, I think I can do it better.
Oh, bolognese style.
Yeah.
Francis Myers-Briggs' S tier of aptitude tests.
I do agree. It is S tier. I do agree.
You're supposed to retake it every couple of years.
Oh, that
Because,
makes
like,
sense. Because I do feel a drift. Yeah.
Because like as you get older, like your preferences change, your opinions change. So yeah.
Well, I've done it a few times and I got the same like every time.
I always
Which
forget
also
what-
proves that the test is S tier because it's consistent.
Yeah.
Whereas
I
I don't
think-
think your Subway sandwich of the day or whatever, your personality is nothing.
The thing is about these tests, like you find yourself thinking like, am I like that, or am I like this because of the test? Like after you take it, you're like, did I get this result because I'm like this, or you find yourself gravitating towards that behavior, like, yeah, I should think like this because I got.
Let's do a peer review. What was your result? Do you remember?
I got INTPA.
Wait, what?
INTP-A, logician.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we're the same personality.
Are we?
Yeah, actually. Am I INTP slash T dot slash T? Let me see. No, I think I was also A.
Yeah.
Well, is George and me the same?
Baby.
Yeah.
I got INFP.
What is that? Actually, I forgot all like what the.
Mediator.
Yeah, I'm
I can see that. Yeah. So I feel like of all the personality tests I take, MBTI is probably the most stable one.
I mean, like, so the
what's
website that I
Farhad?
took it at says like the regimented learning style of most schools makes long years earning an advanced degree a formidable undertaking for me. So probably shouldn't have done my MBA.
See, I don't know. No, he did his MBA.
Oh, okay. Whoops, you did it.
Yeah,
Why did you tell me you didn't do it?
He did it to prove it wrong.
I actually didn't know about this Myers-Briggs until I did my MBA. So,
Well, you proved the whatever wrong, but it sounds like you didn't enjoy the experience then
I didn't enjoy the experience.
of MBA, or did you actually end up enjoying it?
I enjoyed the aspect of living overseas by myself.
yeah.
But I'm not sure if like, I'm not sure if it counts.
I think it does. I think most of MBA is the experience and not the degree. Like, most people who do it and like meeting the people doing it.
Oh well, I mean, like, I kind of like stopped keeping in contact with like the majority of all my MBA friends.
Time for a reunion.
Yeah, you can call them on the show and then confront them.
No, I mean, I have no issues with that. It's just that it's like one of those things where like, oh yeah, friends for I'd say like convenience, because like you all start meeting, then like after class you go and eat, and then you just hang out because everyone's like, oh, everyone's from overseas, right? So you just hang out so they're not so lonely. But like once like you go home and then like you go back to your life, yeah.
Were there very few Malaysians or people who live in Malaysia?
There was maybe one or two Malaysians, but then like they stayed back. They found jobs there.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense. Like if you're the only one who moved to Malaysia, then it's much harder to keep in contact.
Oh.
That's
well,
true.
One of them got married. Like one of them got married in Bali.
And
then they invited me. And then one got married in what's that place? Mauritius.
Oh.
and then like they invited me too. I was like, man, I'm not
You
gonna
didn't
go.
go?
Yeah, you could have went. Like,
Oh.
maybe you get like a
No, I
Mauritian
understand.
girlfriend.
It's like But also, I don't like going to weddings either, and especially ones where like you're that one connector friend with like whatever you really know. Oh, I hate that. So I'm always like, oh, I always decline those.
I made an exception for one of my NBA friends.
Yeah.
I went to her wedding in Penang because it wasn't so far, right? So that was doable. But I was like the only person there on the table that didn't know anyone else.
Yeah.
It was like so boring.
It's like that time we
So,
we went to Michael's wedding, and we
No,
were
but,
seated with the
like,
grand
like,
aunts.
At least we had each other to like entertain, right?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
So it's like really no one else. So I was like, man.
And then back then also
Yeah.
like, I think we didn't drink much, right? So we weren't
No.
drinkers
You
yet.
couldn't have like drank your miseries away and made the grandma's fun.
Yeah.
No, I don't really drink at weddings anyway, so.
Yeah, that's just like I feel very torn because it's very nice of them to invite me and stuff, but I often feel like, you know, I have to do the buddy strategy, right? The only reason I'll go is if there's someone else who's also stranded like me, and then we just like stick to each other
Yeah.
the entire time or something. Yeah, that makes it more bearable.
Mhm.
But yeah, I feel like the art of who to invite to a wedding. People need to be thoughtful. And,
Yeah.
like,
No, people just do it to
you know,
fill
stragglers.
tables.
Well, no, I feel like also like, you know, you don't want to make anyone feel left out, and then you just barely make the cut, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, well, that's when you know you're not the S tier friends. And you're like in the C tier. You barely made it.
I always
yeah,
feel
I
like,
mean,
worried,
like-
am I personally offending them by not going?
Yeah.
You know, like, am I saying like, oh, you know,
I would say no if you have to ask that question.
Right.
Like you would know if
I think
you
not.
would be offending someone, right? At least that's
Well-
what I feel.
I'm establishing a new social convention of like, if I decline your wedding, you cannot be offended.
Yeah. Maybe you should like write
I'll send you a registry. Yeah.
write
No,
that
but
on a
like,
page.
There's
Yeah.
like, you know, that you can argue that, oh, you know, if you're a good enough friend, you come, even if you didn't know anyone, because like your friendship means more.
Well, I don't like that logic. I think that's BS because what happens at a wedding, as you know, is that the couple spends 5 seconds with each person. So, and then you're forced to be
No,
there
but
the
the
whole
wedding is not
time.
about you, right? It's about them. So like,
Well, no.
No, I mean I do. What
I
you're
think
saying,
as
right?
a
But I'm just saying
professional
that
event planner,
there's,
my
there's
experience
side of the
counts.
argument.
yeah, yeah.
No, but
Well,
one thing
yeah.
great about American weddings is they give you like an Amazon or Best Buy wish list, and then you just buy stuff there.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Like
Mhm.
they should do it here, but no one does it locally. They just ask
But
you
you
to.
give straight up cash, right?
You just give ang pao, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Like,
The registry
like,
thing is not such a great idea. I'll tell you why. Oh, go on.
Oh, I mean, I was like thinking like, you know, like if they do the like a gift list, right? A
Mhm.
wish list,
Yeah.
and then like if you're being cheap, then you just like pick the cheapest item.
No, sure. I mean, but at least you get something useful for the new house.
I guess.
Well, here's the thing. The cheap items go really fast, so oftentimes if people do a registry, you're only stuck with the really expensive stuff. And if they don't have a nice registry where you can split it, you're screwed. So that's why I don't like the registry, because you're forced into these awkward tiers of caregiving.
Okay.
Whereas
That's
if they
true,
do
that's
like a honey fund or something, where it's like just a pure ang pao style, but like through PayPal, it's
Mhm.
actually more flexible. So
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the gift registry.
Also, that
You should do
depends, I
PayPal,
guess.
right? Because then you know who gave what.
Yeah, so which some people do now. It's called Honey Fund, and there's other similar services. So
Mm.
like what they can do is they make up like arbitrary amounts of like, you know, contributing to their honeymoon, like
Yeah.
you know, whatever trip, and then like you can just give whatever amount you want. And
Hey,
it's more
once, like a
experience based too.
go fund me or like a Kickstarter.
Yeah, Kickstarter for your wedding.
Help kickstart our married life.
Exactly. I think that makes more sense too.
What-
And then, like, you
instead
have
of paying it
reward,
upfront.
you have like reward tiers, right?
Reward would be
Yeah,
like
exactly.
invitation, like
Then
a seat.
to hang out with you after I get married.
Yeah.
Guaranteed once a week hang out for 2 hours.
Or like on stage shout out. Like
Oh yeah. Yeah, at a wedding, like the projector screen.
Like, oh, that's like a thanks. You get a personal email.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. But nowadays, like with no one being able to hold weddings, I feel like people have moved on to Twitch and whatever streaming weddings anyway.
Fun says
Yeah.
wedding top tip: give away shit wedding presents to other married couples. Well, you have to get married first to get those gifts.
Yeah. And what do you consider like shit
I
presents?
mean, it works
I'm
for
very
you
curious.
can like re-gift birthday gifts too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? So in Lord of the Rings, they had a word for when hobbits do that. It's for specifically for regifting of crappy gifts, and I can never remember the word.
Lord of the Rings
Yeah,
Word.
regifting.
for regifting.
Look it up, Jamie. Pull it up.
Matham.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
See, we're doing a Tolkien practice, like giving away crappy gifts.
It was used by hobbits as a generic name for items which they were unwilling to throw away, but they had no use for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is something I totally do as well.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's wrong.
Hmm.
I mean,
It's-
depends.
I mean, I
like,
try
how
not to
much-
give like completely crappy things.
I mean, depends how much thought went into the gift, right? If it's just like a generic gift, like,
Mhm.
oh, here's an iPad or something, right? Then
Mhm.
I guess it's fine.
Oh, you're not gonna give away an iPad.
Buy like a
I think people are giving away like photo frames.
Yeah, photo frames. The
Uh,
quintessential.
I have no idea what else. Photo frames.
Well, the
Maybe
thing is, I want a digital photo frame, and that would be a good gift for me.
just use an old tablet.
I know that would be an iPad. I guess I could set up my iPad to constantly have a stream of photos if I really cared. But,
Yeah. Like I've seen those hacks where people put tablets behind a glass, so like a mirror.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I totally want to do that, but I don't have like the skill
Mhm.
to DIY it.
Are you sure? I mean, you know how to solder now with the mechanical people.
No, you need like
Can't be hard enough.
saws and shit. I think like to
Oh,
yeah.
to get apart.
What people do is like they program Arduinos as well. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
that's, come on, we can do it. Can't be that hard.
yeah, I guess we probably could.
Yeah, but I think none of us really want that mirror. We don't want it bad enough.
I don't want it bad enough, but I like the idea of having
like,
such a
what will
mirror.
I do? Like, okay, I can see the weather. Okay, Malaysia's even worse. Okay, is it hot or not?
Well, I mean, show your daily appointments, any
Is
emails.
it 34 degrees today or is it 35?
You can have the COVID death
Rain
count.
or not? Oh yeah, what a wonderful thing to wake up to.
Yeah.
Actually, that's something I'm trying to be mindful of. Is not to check the news first thing I wake up in the morning because it's not good for my mental health. Turns out to see how
Huh.
many people died today. Who
Okay.
knew?
Do you do that
Yeah.
anyway? I don't know. I rarely check the news.
I think. Well, if I check Twitter, that's
Mhm.
essentially the news. So
Okay.
that's not a good thing to check in the morning.
Yeah.
I always open
Um,
Facebook when I wake up, so I get my news.
Is that the
from there.
news?
Huh.
I mean,
Yeah.
cause I use it for work, right? So I follow all
Mhm.
these like HuffPost, CNET, Bloomberg.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
actually,
I
yeah.
get
For you don't have a choice but to read the news every day.
No, I mean I don't have to, right? It's just like procrastination on getting out of bed, like
Oh.
let me lie here and like stay on phone a
Well,
bit.
I think to wrap it up, clearly we should be only looking at thirsty photos and those satisfying pastries. Right? So, first thing in the morning for mental health.
It'll just keep you in bed, man.
Yeah.
For me, like I don't even open like Facebook unless I have notifications. Yeah.
Well, clearly now to be back on Facebook because I need to understand how it works for people now. Yeah, thanks for joining our first Facebook Live.
Oh yeah.
Because clearly you guys haven't been watching our Twitch stream, so whatever. We'll be here instead.
Drop any
We
questions
continue
in
to be
chat.
not sponsored by Ascenso.
No, I wish we were.
But I really love that little detail though. Oh gosh, it's so cute.
Yeah, offer us
Yeah.
money. All your
Yes,
support.
product sponsorship. Yes. Ascenso coffee is still our favorite. I was reminiscing about how I don't have it here. I haven't made my coffee yet because I only have pour over and it takes forever.
Yeah, how come? Oh, I guess it's an Asian product. Maybe there's some similar stuff in the US, I'm sure.
There is, but it's not as good. Like there's some imports of Malaysia, like eco white coffee packets or
Uh huh.
whatever, but
Yeah.
it's
Hey,
nothing
look, I
quite like
found
Ascenso.
like wow, so expensive.
What?
I found Essential on Amazon.
Oh, how much is it
Well,
there?
what I should have done is import Ascenso.
So depending on the seller, like this one's selling for
Yeah.
12 US for one bag of 3-in-1,
Oh man.
and then
Oh,
this seller
gosh.
selling
Yeah.
selling 4 bags for like 70 US.
Holy fuck.
Look, Essential's not
Well,
bad,
anyway,
just to
any of
pay,
you
like,
viewers,
10
if you
US.
are friends with the parent company of Ascenso, which we've looked up as Super from Singapore, so please let us know so we can get in touch.
No, but how much are instant coffee packets anyway?
It's not that expensive, but you know, it's obviously not as cheap as in Malaysia. But not
No, so, like,
$70 for 4 bags.
It's 12 US for like a bag of coffee expensive.
Yeah, it would be like $6 if you buy it from, which is still really expensive. You convert to ringgit.
Yeah.
No, but I mean obviously you can't convert, right?
No, but that's
Yeah,
how
so
people
like, I
think.
mean like it's like your 12 US like the same as me paying like 15 ringgit, you know?
No, because it's the shipping costs and storage and importing and all that kind of
Well, it
stuff.
says free
Oh.
shipping here.
Oh, but I will still not pay $70 for 4 bags of Ascenso when I could have brought it back myself.
Look,
I
it's
don't-
sold by the official superstore on Amazon.
Oh, how much is that?
Wow, I didn't know they have an official store.
Yeah.
Maybe I should contact them on
Yeah.
Amazon then and be like, "You want to sponsor us?"
Fuan said some
Ooh,
lady
we'll
sells
put
super
Ascenso
ring.
on a map in Malay. in huh?
No, Farhan said that some Malay lady sells super ring packets for RM50. Do you know what super ring is? It's like this orange cheese snack. It's very common in Malaysia. You buy like 50 cents a pack, I think.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't realize they were called super rings. I just called them cheese rings because I didn't know they had a name.
No, but this one, I mean,
Yeah.
the name is super ring, but yeah.
Oh, fascinating. I had to look this up because now I'm wondering if I'm eating the same brand.
Yeah.
You know, over here. Oh yeah, super rings.
Yeah.
Yes, my mom loves those.
Yeah.
They have like the giant packet that's like bigger than my face. Like,
Wow.
I
Yeah.
remember seeing like people in the US have like this giant tubs of what's it called? The orange
cheese
color
balls.
cheese balls.
Yes,
Yeah.
cheese balls. I had bought one of those and I was filled with regret. I had to give the other half away because I was becoming obese. Cheese balls. So there is this competitive eater called Matt Stoney
Oh, yeah.
on YouTube who's pretty famous.
Yeah.
And then he did one where he ate an entire tub of cheese balls with his brother and they got like into my head and I saw it and I totally bought the entire tub.
Oh man.
Not a good idea for your health because they're so addictive. Just like the super
Matt
rings.
Stoney is crazy though.
It's like eating air. You don't even realize you're doing it.
Yeah. Like he's so
It's
slim
cheese delivery.
for a competitive eater.
I think
Yeah.
the Japanese girl is going crazier. She looks so small.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know
These
her?
people have to be studied.
Have you seen the Japanese one though?
I've seen
I've
some
seen a
Japanese.
girl, but not
Yeah,
sure which
not
one
sure.
you're talking about.
I mean,
There's
like,
a lot of these
probably like the most
competitive
well
eating Japanese girls.
She's probably like the most well known out of all the.
Can I Google it? Is it safe for what?
Yeah.
Japanese
Yeah,
girl
Yuka
competitive
Kinoshita.
eater. Kinoshita Yuka?
Yeah. So like on YouTube, she lists like the calories of what she's consuming.
Uh-huh.
So like it's like 13,000
Oh.
calories and stuff. It's like crazy.
Competitive YouTube
Yeah.
eater. Oh, she's our
I have
age.
the opposite thing where I eat very little and just get fat.
Yeah.
So I think there needs to be a competition like super calorie gainers or something where you just measure the calories and the amount of weight you gain. You compete there
Wow.
instead.
There's a video of her from 2 years ago eating 5 kilo tomahawk steak. Maybe it's in like one
Yeah,
sitting.
no.
She gains like 5 kg.
But she doesn't though. It's like she and then afterwards does she like barf it out or like poop it all
No,
out
but I
and
mean,
she's
like,
back to normal.
I mean, obviously she doesn't gain 5 kilos, but I mean, just from the weight of the food going to her, right? That was
Yeah.
essentially like 5 kilos, right? Obviously she poops out
Mhm.
the food after, right? Or she
But
pukes
like
it
most
out.
of it is a disturbing thing. Whereas I would have retained the 5 kilos, even if I tried to poop it out.
Maybe you like end up gaining 6 kilos too.
exactly.
Like for some unknown reason, you actually gain more weight.
Probably from the like
Right.
fries and
From the
vegetables.
air I breathe, the carbon
Yeah.
form new cells. Yeah, like and in a famine situation, I would live and she would die.
Yeah.
But in the current like excessive calorie world we live in, like she gets to be on YouTube. Yeah. But man, like yes, cheese balls are too addictive.
Mm. Well, that's how I feel every time like I open a pack of chips. It's like
Mhm.
I tell myself at the start like, oh, I'll just eat half, and then I'll keep the rest for another day. But once you're like at
Yeah,
half,
they don't
you're like,
fail.
I might as well just finish it. Why keep?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
serving size is a lie because who eats a third of a bag of chips?
Yeah,
Like,
that is
you're
true.
gonna have like crappy stale chips afterwards.
No, because like you keep sneaking like a bite every now and then afterwards you realize like, you know what, there's so little left, I might as well just finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, now I want a bag of chips.
I guess it's all
good for
about
me, I don't have
self-control.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've hit the
Cool.
hour mark. Another great
Yeah,
show.
thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks everyone to tune in today.
Our normal time is actually
Friday nights.
Saturday night. Oh, Friday night.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is Saturday night
Yeah.
tonight. Yeah. But we'll see. I don't know. We can
Yeah.
play around with the date. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
you said, I mean, now that you can't really travel around, right? So I assume that on weekends you're probably stuck at home for now.
Let's talk about that after the show.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So today is a bit of an exception because I got food poisoning over the weekend.
Oh dear.
Last weekend, so I'm still recovering. But yeah, I'm usually a little bit more outdoors in a safe fashion.
I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, I hope that Friday night also works for our viewers, and maybe we'll catch a few more other people as well next time.
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
Yeah. Tell
If
your
they wanna
friends.
watch an hour show.
And let us know if you want to come on.
Confrontation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or and also please come on.
Yeah.
Like Fahad was part of the original evening drama. I mean,
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Wait a minute. He ditched us.
No, we rebooted it without everyone's knowledge.
I know, right? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please rejoin.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
we've done 18
Uh,
weeks. I think that's pretty. Like we deserve a pat on the back.
We do, yeah. We did 15 episodes without any of you knowing. Did you know that? It's like a tree that falls down with no one around in the forest.
That's true.
This is like when you find a new YouTube channel
Mm-hmm.
and then like you realize that there are months of backlog material.
Yeah,
and you spend like
exactly.
hours watching it.
Yeah.
Jamie, post our previous episodes on the page, please.
Coming right up.
Yeah. But yeah, the format is essentially the same. We talk about random topics for an hour. But we revolve around the same ones, like tech, gaming, reminiscing, confrontations.
Astrology.
Yes, astrology.
Is it like the Myers-Briggs, like a scientific horoscope?
Yes, it is. It's horoscope for people who think they're too good for horoscopes, but it's still horoscope.
Oh, actually, I read something interesting about horoscopes today, but I guess we can save it.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. All right, we'll save it.
And I
Okay.
shall end the stream here. Thanks, guys.
All right. Take care. Bye, world.
Bye.
Stream.